Hi guys, welcome to our next video. On our previous video we talked about what After Effects is, and I was able to give you the different facets of After Effects and some importance of After Effects. Okay, so on this video we are going to be dealing with the interface. Like I said before, most people find the interface of After Effects very intimidating, and I get that because there are quite a number of tools and you don't know which is which because you are just starting out. Okay, but in this video we are going to demystify the interface of After Effects, and after this video you'll be able to navigate through the software properly. Okay, so you just stay put. Let us begin.
So what is it about the interface of After Effects? So the interface of After Effects is made up of four main parts. All right, we have the project panel, the timeline panel, the effects panel, and the composition panel. All right, this is the composition panel. All right, here we have highlighted blue. So we also have at the left hand side our project panel. All right, our project panel. So we have here our timeline. All right, this entire area that is highlighted with blue, this is our timeline. And also at our right we have our effects panel. All right, our effects panel. So this is where we get to add our numerous effects we apply to our animations. All right, so let me just throw more light to each of them separately. So below I'll just run it down so you can understand. So the first we have is the project panel. Right, this is simply where you import your footage and you create your project, where you import not only your footage. All right, you can import your logos, import maybe text or Photoshop files. You can also import Illustrator files. All right, so we also have the composition panel, and that is where your final product, you get to see your final product. All right, it is located at the middle of your workspace. So this is this area that is highlighted blue. So anything you are adding to your timeline, you get to see it here. You can just call it maybe a monitor. All right, if you've used any video editing software before, you know you usually have a place to see what you're doing. All right, this is like the screen, right? So immediately we add some videos or add something, you get to see it here. You get to see it here. So it's like the most interesting part. So it is not confusing at all. The entire area is a screen. It's just a screen. All right, it's just a screen. And we have also the timeline panel. All right, this is where you edit your footage and create your animation. The timeline panel is located on the bottom of the workspace. All right, this entire part highlighted here. So if you add anything, it gets to appear here. Just like in Photoshop, you have on your right, you have the layers, and when you click on a layer, it is highlighted on the screen part. You can just see this composition once again as your artboard. All right, so if you click an object here on this timeline to be highlighted, so if you want to perform an effect on an object, just like you have your layer panel on Photoshop, if you click on it here, it will be highlighted. All right, so they are going to be lined up here. I can just quickly add something for you to see. Quickly add a picture or something for you to see. All right, so you see how it is. All right, so let's just do a quick one. So all right, so we have something like this, and you can see the way it is. So this is how it will be lined up. If I had another one to be lined up like this, you can see this having a particular color. For instance, if I copy this thing and paste it again, so this is how your layers are going to be. Your photos, your logos, whatsoever thing you add to it is going to be lined up like this. All right, so I'm just showing you for the sake of so you understand, all right, how it works. And your timeline panel, you have time. All right, because if something is to move, it has to move within a certain time. All right, something is to move from one place to another, it has to be by time. It works with time, so that's why you have time here, and you have seconds. All right, this is about everything here is about 30 seconds. So if you can see this area I'm rotating my mouse on, it's up to 30 seconds. So that's the entire timeline. Although you can extend it, all right. You can also extend it to a particular time you want, all right, but it's automatically on 30 seconds. Like I said, you can see our composition panel. You can see what is displaying. I can set it to fit up to 100, all right, just like Photoshop, you are zooming in or zooming out. So I have this side where I can increase it, all right, to fit up to 100. So we have it here. So this is our image, all right, this is our image. So anything we add here, we're going to see it here. Like I said, it's just like our artboard. And we'll have the effects panel. Later we're going to be using the effects panel, all right, effects panel, to add things to it, add effects to our image, make it pop and things like that. And our project panel, anything you import will come here, all right, it's going to come here. Anything we are going to import into is going to come here, all right. We can group them. We can create a folder to group a particular work, just like in Photoshop we can group layers, all right. So we can group all this in one folder, so our project panel can be organized. So when you click this drop down, you have them, you can name them something, anything you like, all right. So this helps you to organize the things you are importing into After Effects, all right. So to make creative additions to your video, you use the audio preview, all right, the effects and the preset panels. These panels are located on the upper right area of the workspace, and each one will have its respective drop down, all right. What do we mean? We are talking about all this. We have the paragraph section here for text, all right. We have the info, telling you the info about a particular footage, all right. We have our preview, all right. We also have our effects here. We talked mainly on the effect because it is the major part of that angle, that section, all right. So we have the paragraph. It has to do with text. If you're already familiar with Adobe softwares, you know what the paragraph means: left align, right align. So it's just similar. And we have our character also. We have our character section, all right. So what you get to do here, you get to set your fonts, your font style, just the same. You get to kern, you get to set the thickness of the outline and everything like that. You get to color your text from here, this same place. So it's very interesting. It is very interesting to know that it is just like Photoshop. So if you're very familiar with Photoshop, this is a go for you, all right. And if you're not familiar with Photoshop, you just get acquainted with it as we go through this tutorial.
So guys, that's it for the interface of After Effects. I believe you got something. You were able to learn the 4 main parts of the interface. Okay, so in our next video we are going to be treating the layer and the timeline panel. I know we've discussed it during the interface, but we are going to focus more on it. Okay, so see you on our next video.